Hi everyone. What are the pros and cons of buying a home in a subdivision that has a homeowners association? If you're going to buy new construction here in Idaho, chances are very high that there will be an HOA. In fact, pretty much the only way to buy a new build home without an HOA is to have your realtor help you find a vacant lot that is not in a subdivision and then buy that and do a custom build. Builders and developers almost always put an HOA in place as soon as they start a subdivision because an HOA will keep the subdivision looking good while home sales are ongoing. And many neighborhoods choose to keep the HOA in place once the builder or developer sells the last home and turns the HOA over to the residents. So why do so many people like living in a neighborhood with an HOA? Well, first and foremost, your HOA fees may provide and maintain amenities such as swimming pools, playgrounds, walking paths, community parks, sports facilities, common area landscaping, clubhouses, and other desirable features. An HOA with well-written and fairly enforced covenants, conditions, and restrictions, better known as CCRs, will look good and will maintain higher property values than will similar neighborhoods that do not have an HOA. As long as your HOA remains active, you're unlikely to have a next-door neighbor who parks a dozen rusted-out vehicles on his front lawn or who decides to paint his home bright pink. A subdivision with an HOA may provide more opportunities for social activities and getting to know your neighbors, leading to stronger social bonds. Holiday parties, bunco, bridge groups, children's activities are all easily organized by an HOA. All in all, a subdivision with a good HOA looks good and sells well, even decades later. An HOA is a great way to protect your investment property. There are plenty of homeowners, of course, who dislike HOAs. They don't want amenities and they don't want to pay for them. And they don't like any kind of rules or regulations telling them what they can do with their home or yard. They dislike having to pay annual HOA fees, and of course the HOA can put a lien on your home if you don't pay your fees. This means that when you're ready to sell the home, the title company will pay off the money owed to the HOA as part of the closing process before you get your proceeds from the sale. Furthermore, annual HOA assessments can increase, although almost always a vote of a certain percentage of home residents is required, and the CCRs may limit the amount of any increase. A common complaint about HOAs is that the CC&Rs in many neighborhoods prevent residents from parking boats, campers, and motorhomes in the driveway. If you own large recreational vehicles or boats, it's a good idea to look into the CC&Rs of any HOA before you buy. Once you purchase in a subdivision with an HOA, you're legally bound to the CC&Rs. The most important thing to take away from this discussion is that you must read those CC&Rs before you purchase a home. Your realtor should provide you with a copy of the CC&Rs, either printed out or online. Here in Idaho, your purchase and sale contract will indicate that you did or did not have an opportunity to read the CC&Rs before purchase. But whether you read them or not, you're still bound to the CC&Rs once you make that purchase, so please, read before you buy. If you do choose to purchase a home in a subdivision with an HOA, the best way to enjoy your new home and your new neighborhood is to get involved. Volunteer for a committee, join a hobby group, or help organize the 4th of July parade. Get to know your neighbors and take pride in your beautiful new neighborhood. How do you feel about HOAs? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Bye.